These right here are the Samsung Buds 3 Pros, the much delayed Buds 3 Pros, and let's quickly touch on that before we get into the full breakdown and review of these flagship earbuds. Essentially, there was an issue quality-wise that was spotted when they were in production, I guess, coming off the production line, and that's what's caused the delay. So we've been trying to get hold of these. We actually had a pre-order of these when they first launched with the Fold and Flip launch as well, but there was much delays. And then when we did get them, we wanted to make sure that whilst we were testing them, they were actually up to the quality that they should be. So we've had these for a good few weeks, near enough a month now, and we're going to give you our full breakdown of the Samsung Buds 3 Pros. Essentially, these are your AirPod competitors. They come in around £220 here in the UK. You can get them on a ton of offers for significantly less. I think I've seen the recently ones about £170. So pretty good value for money when the AirPods Pro 2s cost around £250, give or take. And then quality wise and in terms of features, let's touch on that quickly. 30 plus hours of battery life with ANC off. If you do have it on, you get a ton of features like 360 sound and audio, spatial audio or 360 audio, whatever you want to call it. And then there's a ton of customization options. Of course, when the Buds 3 Pros first launched, everyone's expecting to have the classic sort of circular nib as always, but this time this changed things up just a little bit, and it's actually a stem design with your LED lines on the side as well. And we have some thoughts on the Buds 3 Pros design, but let's talk about the key things that matter the most when it comes to the Buds 3 Pros, and that is the quality. How has that stood up over time? Because as we said earlier, the standard Buds 3 were absolutely fine, the Pros were not. Rigorously testing these, using these in the gym, out for walks, generally listening to music, watching TV and video, etc. on my phone, not had a single issue at all. They've been absolutely great. So out to the bat, if you have concerns about build quality, have none. The sound quality on these has been excellent. And what I would say is slotting them into your ear, the fit, feel and finish, these are just the basic mid-size tips. They fit and feel amazing. Yes, some may be disappointed that the actual bud design itself has gone and they've gone to the stem design, but I do think they have quite a unique look when compared to other brands. Some of the features though, let's touch on those. Things like volume control, which requires a slide on the actual bud itself on the inside stem, it's where it says right and left, can be a little bit fiddly. But other than that, generally speaking, the response to touch, pause, pinch, feel, etc. has been great. I've just paused a podcast, my exact thing. And you can customize these to no ends. Things like notifications, working with things like Google Gemini, all that sort of stuff will work perfectly with these earbuds. So we've set them up really well, so whereby we get our options for customization options in terms of things like playing back sound, for example, when it comes to notification, that all comes through perfectly as well. And then generally, in terms of how they feel in the ear, they feel great, super comfortable. And then noise cancellation it can be powered by AI once it's set to adaptive. Now we have it as just full normal noise cancellation up to maximum, and the noise cancellation is pretty good, not amazing. You can still get some of the surroundings and you can still hear some of the surroundings around you, but generally it's pretty good. What I would say is when it comes to things like 360 audio, delivery of quality, and the bass, those three components actually make it a bit of a game changer. So we day to day use the Nothing Ear A, which costs around about £100. Maybe not a fair comparison compared to the Buds 3 Pros, but those are also very good. These are another level, and there's a discernible difference between the Nothing Ear A's and the Buds 3 Pros. These stand out significantly. One of the downsides of these though, however, is dual connection. Weird one, if you pair this with like your Samsung devices, then you can actually hybrid between both, which is pretty sick. But if you want to pair this, for example, we daily drive a MacBook Pro and you want to connect these to that as well as your phone, you can't. It's only a singular connection. It hybrids between two, which is super disappointing considering they cost quite a lot of money. But let's touch on the design of the case. We haven't really touched on that. So you get sort of a frosted grey black lid here. Pop that open and that's where your buds live. One thing I would say, getting used to, you pop your bud out and you pop your bud in. It can, at the start of it, get a little bit fiddly because they've got to slot into a certain angle. Otherwise, they slot in perfectly. Charging is great. They charge pretty quickly as well, to be fair, which is awesome. I believe it's a 10-minute charge for a 2-hour listen, or up to 2-hour listen with ANC off, which is, again, pretty amazing. If you do have ANC on, it will obviously take a lot of the battery down. But overall though, the Buds 3 Pros have been great. No issues at all. The only downside I would say is the dual connection, which is a bit of a shame. Otherwise, design, feel, fit, finish have been excellent, and they are a great buy. So leading up to Christmas, if you've got anyone who's got an Android phone and you want the best Android earbuds, then they're probably going to be these Samsung Bud 3 Pros. Keep an eye out on the channel as well for more reviews leading up to Christmas coming soon, and also shop around because these can be had for really good value for money. Thank you so much for watching. Till the next one, as always, we out.